In this quick video, we're going to show you how to add and maintain your customers so that they can register in and make the payments themselves online. We call customers that register themselves or that are registered in the system buyers. Buyers are your customers. First step, let's go to the Take a Payment screen. We're going to search for a customer here, and you'll notice this customer hasn't been registered because the register button right here is not grayed out, and there's also not an email ID in the field next to it. So to register a buyer is pretty simple. Simply select the register button. We'll just give it an anonymous name here, buyer@buyer.com. Put in the customer's email and save. So what happens here is the customer or your buyer, the buyer or your customer, will get two emails. The first email simply welcomes them to PortalPay. In that first email, there will be a link to the external website they'll need to log into. The second email will have a temporary password that they'll use to log in once there. We're going to go ahead and click OK. Okay. And the next step is maintaining those buyers. Once they've registered, what if they get locked out of their account? What if they're having an issue logging in? How can you tell what's going on? Well, we're going to go under User Management here, and we're going to Manage Buyer. You can search either by email address or the name underneath the account. In our example, we've got Tamika Smith, who's registered as a buyer. Simply select the email ID here to get to the buyer details, or if they just need a reset password, you can simply click the reset password and it will be sent immediately. We're going to go into buyer maintenance by selecting the email ID. You have the first name, the last name. If you want, you can add the date of birth and the phone number contact for that dealer. The email ID here. If a customer ever needs to change an email ID, they don't need to re-register. You can simply pull them up under Manage Buyer and edit the email ID directly. Changing that does not affect their current password if they're already currently registered. This customer, you'll see, has an active status here. Active status means they haven't locked their account due to incorrect passwords. It means that they've actually successfully logged into their account. Let's look at some other options underneath status. An inactive customer would be if a customer has previously registered and is active, but they want to register again using a new email address. You can set the account to inactive and save it, and then that same customer can re-register. Locked is a status that you can either perform on the account for whatever reason you want to lock the customer out, or if they attempt to log in 3 times and the password is incorrect 3 times, it will automatically lock the account. So if a customer calls you and says, it says that my account's been locked, you'll need to go to Buyer Maintenance here and change it back to active for them to be able to log in. Temporary status is a system assigned status. Temporary status is a brand new customer that you just registered, but they haven't successfully logged in yet. Now underneath the status area, you have several options as well. One is to stop the automated clearinghouse. Usually this is for a customer that's bounced a check through PortalPay, and you don't want them to be able to use a check or savings account to make a payment, but you still want them to have the ability to use their credit cards. So you would simply check that box here and save it. By selecting Contact Us, here the second option, what it does when a customer attempts to log in, it prevents them from logging in, effectively locking it, and displays a message on the screen asking them to contact the dealership. Stopping credit card works the same as stopping an ACH over there. It would prevent a particular customer from using credit cards as a form of payment. The buttons underneath here would prevent a user from adding an ACH or credit cards. That means it would prevent your cashiers who are logging in from the admin side from accidentally adding an ACH payment that they may not have known that the customer wasn't able to use that form of that method of payment for their account. So once you've made all the changes that you're going to make here, simply save it, and you're done.